Hey everybody, I've got to replace the washer fluid pump for my windshield wipers fluid, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that, and hopefully it helps somebody out that may need to do the same thing. I've got a 2015 Chevy Silverado pickup truck, and I will show you how I do it. Alright, so what you've got to do is come underneath here, take off these screws that are holding the panel, so that way you can get behind it where the pump is underneath the fluid tank. And I have my wheel turned like this, so that way it makes it more spacious where I can actually fit in there to do what I need to do. After you take those screws off down below, you got to take these off. You got to be able to get to this tank. You got to take the screws out here. Now that you got that back, kind of pull it back. Dusty. As many as you think you need to make it easier for you to get yourself in there. Just a few more bolts to get off here. So this right here is what I'm taking out. You only loosen that one back there. Don't take that screw all the way off. Okay. Here's my reservoir here, and the pump is behind that. So there's another screw back up in here. You can feel it when you put your hand in there. I put my extension back on my socket. I like to get it to where it's like easy to undo with the fingers. Okay, so once you have all the screws and pieces out, just try to wiggle it on out. Alright, so I'm trying to fight these screws that are here, and there's a third one there. Just need to get them loose enough to undo them with my hand. Alright, now that I got all the screws out, I gotta pull this thing out. Okay, I got the tray out. There's the reservoir. Now I have to go below and try to pull it out from the bottom. Okay, so now we're down here. I'm gonna probably fight with it a little bit, but let's see what happens. It's full also, so it's heavy. don't know if you can see it, but there's the part we gotta undo. And there might be another one in there. But I gotta get that piece unhooked. Alright guys, this turned out to be a little more difficult than what I wanted. I didn't have all the proper tools, they were buried, so I just kind of was using tools that I could find miscellaneously throughout my truck and house. So let me show you what I've done so far. I was able to drop the tank enough to actually remove some of the fluid because it was so heavy that I just pulled out the motor and let it drain. And then I'm coming up top to be able to replace the actual motor, so our pump, whatever the heck. Let's take a look. Alright, so this is what it looks like right now. Here's where it is. This is it right here. So I'm going to disconnect it here and check it out with the new one that I bought and then reconnect it. It looks exactly like the new one I bought, so I just started hooking it back up exactly the way that I started taking it off. And now I'm gonna the new one is down there, and I'm gonna start hooking it back up. Alright, so here's what it looks like from the underside. There's the new one, and right here is the grommet that I have to put it back in. That goes into the tank. So the little nozzle piece goes into that hole, and then I'm going to hook that sensor back up and then put everything back up in the... Okay, so I've got it back put together. As you can see, I've got it shoved back up in here like this. So I'm going to put this screw back in here and then start putting it all back together. Put this one in first because it'll help hold it where it needs to be while I do everything else. It's back in. There we go. Plate's back in. Start screwing it all back down. Alright, it's pretty tight in there. Okay, tight. This one needs to be tightened a little more. I'm going to go down below and tighten those ones real quick. Alright, I've got the plate sitting in here that I took down. Here's the bolts. Just got to get the one started. There we go. Perfect. Alright, got that one. I'll tighten this one up. Or not. Let's get these other ones going here, because that's the one where it belongs. Alright, that one. Nothing. Just a nice tighten, not over tighten. Grab my crescent wrench. Kind of a slower way to do it, but gets the job done. And just like I said, snug them. As soon as they start getting tight, just snug it down. Anyway, you guys, that is the way to do it. It's my first time, so it was a little more complicated than I was hoping it to be. But I think if I'd had all my right tools, the reservoir would not have been completely full. It would have been way easier to handle what was going on. So hopefully you guys liked this video, and let me know if you want more of these type of things, because as I change my brakes and rotors, which I've done a million times, I can show you guys that as well. Anyway, hope you all have a great day. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, and comment. Don't forget to share them as well. Pass them around. Later.